NBA fans, what's good? You are now rocking with the best. It's Bro Parrish in Studio V, and I'm here to enlighten, entertain, and inform with NBA champion Channing Frye and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Now, these two gentlemen are awesome in their own rights, but tonight it is all about Steph Curry, who set a brand new career high. And let's just go ahead and roll this thing because it was absolutely amazing to watch. There's Dame Lillard, who has a career high of 61 against Golden State, and Steph set a new career high tonight. And we're just going to enjoy Steph taking kids to school. Outside, Jay working, Channing.
Man, listen, when he's moving like this with energy and passion and convictment, he is just unstoppable. And honestly, he was aggressive from the get-go and said, I'm going to take over this game. So, hey, if he plays like this, you should early MVP talks.
Indeed, early MVP. You see Steph on your TV channel. Right here, he was flaming hot like the left sink handle in the first half. 31 points for Steph Curry. Grant, you once had a career high of 46. What does it feel to be like in one of these zones?
Hey, right on time. I like the rhyme there, bro, but not. He was definitely in the zone, as Channing said, and it's just an incredible feeling. Every time you put the ball up in the air, you shoot it, you think it's going in. And for him, it felt like that tonight. 18 for 31, 8 for 16 from the three-point line. Just on fire, as Channing said.
Woo! Steph still shooting. You saw Draymond only had 1 point, had 8 assists, facilitating, doing his thing. More Steph rocking those new Curry colorways. Oh, yeah, the hezzy, it's just nasty. It's pretty. It's so pretty, Channing.
For me, he just scores on a variety of different ways. And right there, there's really no way to stop him other than to double team him, which the Blazers didn't do all night. And even if they did, it probably still would have scored. But Draymond, for me, regardless if he had 0 points or 20, made such a big difference. And just the flow of their offense makes Curry look a lot more dangerous.
Blazers still trying to stay in it. You see Dame Lillard. He had him a 30-point ball game, but it was not enough. To Steph Curry by himself outscored the Blazers backcourt. He had 62. Dame and CJ had 30. He matched the number of threes he had. He had 8 by himself, and he's still stroking like Clarence Carter. G. Hill, I know you know what it feels like.
I don't know what that feels like, but I'll tell you this.
Nobody knows what that feels like.
I wasn't sure if he could continue and maintain, but he did. Incredible performance. The best performance thus far this young season.
You see the highlighted number right there. That is 62. The Warriors had 5 players in double figures, but it is all about Steph. So many records, so many accolades. But before we even discuss that, let's hear from the Steph Curry. He tried the first 60-point game of his career, but how about this? 60 points or more in fewer than 37 minutes. You see Steph right there. His teammate Klay Thompson did it as well. The late, great Kobe Bryant, James Harden round out the list. Just seeing this tonight, this is obviously one of those performances that you just never forget. Channing, just your immediate thoughts watching Steph do this. You've seen it obviously live in person, but being able to watch it go for a career high tonight, how did that impact you?
I think for me, it just is, hopefully it's a step to better things for the Warriors, getting Draymond back, Wiseman, Kelly Oubre, I thought had a solid game. You know, he wasn't hitting from 3, but he was active. And, you know, the Warriors are always a great defensive team, and that is the thing that I think has been missing. So getting easy opportunities, getting out on fast breaks. But when Steph is playing like this, you got to now start talking about him in the MVP race. And so this is what people expect since Klay is out. And for him and the Warriors to want to make the playoffs, he doesn't need to score 62 every single night, but he's going to have that MVP-style season.
Grant, how does this performance tonight for Steph impact your thinking on the Warriors and how they'll perform as far as wins and losses goes for the rest of the season?
I mean, I think it's huge. You know, you need your best player to be at an elite level. Obviously, he's not going to come out and score 62 points every night. Although if anyone could, it probably could be Steph Curry. But, you know, I just think for him to send a statement, not just to the rest of the league, but to his teammates, that I'm here, I'm back to form, I'm ready to take this team and lead them. They played a very good Portland team tonight and really dominated because of his play. But look, we talk about Steph. It's a team sport. And we talked earlier in the night about Draymond Green. He didn't have a great stat line. I think 1 point, a few assists here and there. But his confidence, his understanding of Steph, and even just woofing with the Trailblazers there in the first half, I believe you'll start to see him find his rhythm, find his role, and add to this team and make him a better ball player. He gives this team confidence. He gives them swagger. there's a reason why he was the leader, the emotional leader of this team. And I think Steph feeds off that, and I think the other guys will learn to feed off that as well. So obviously we're talking about Steph Curry and his greatness, but I'm sure it's refreshing and comforting for him to have his sidekick, Draymond Green, back. And we know over time, Draymond will get more and more into form and be the Draymond Green that we're accustomed to seeing.
Steph Curry with 31 points in each half, totaled 62. Draymond had 1 point, 8 assists, controlled the game without scoring much. Let's go to his former teammate. That is him right there, Easy Money Sniper KD, and his former teammate, Russell Westbrook. They spent 8 seasons together. Now they're facing off in Brooklyn. Westbrook got word that, there were 17-point dogs. He's like, yo, I ain't trying to hear that. He had 7 in the second quarter, plenty of energy. And then there's Kyrie Channing.
Man, Kyrie's just been playing great as of late. The Nets aren't the best defensively right now, but man, I think Kyrie, just his pace of the game, the way he's communicating with his teammates is absolutely amazing. It's going to be good for them in the long run.
Long run, long ball, 30th straight game of scoring at least 20 or more. That's Bradley Beal, who had 27. But that is Kyrie. Once again, he had 30 and 10. To the fourth quarter we go. And Grant, this was the time for Russell Westbrook to shine.
It really was. And Westbrook had a great game, took his time, great patience down there in the post, and was able to score against the smaller Joe Harris.
Westbrook had 13 of his 24 in the fourth. Where the money reside, where the money reside. Easy Money Sniper, knocking it down. And then Joe Harris. This was all a part of an 11-2 Nets run, knocking it down from outside. Brooklyn takes control by 1. And then the drive. Westbrook with the steal, getting it done, finding his big man, Channing.
Man, Russell Westbrook, I think he started off the half 1 for 7, 1 for 6, or whatever it was. All of a sudden in the second half, he just kept coming and coming and coming. And that really ignited the Wizards, right? Gave them a sense of, we can still win this. And he's been finding his teammates, and they're scrappy, man. Defensively, again, not a lot of people are going to be playing good defense, but they can score that ball between Bertans and Thomas and Bradley Beal. They got a good little core there.
One of the best offensive teams in the league, the Wizards are. Last chance opportunity. We were both asking who's going to take the shot. Both star players got an opportunity to take the shot. Neither one of them could knock it down. As the Wizards, as I mentioned, they were 17.5-point underdogs. They come into Brooklyn and they get the victory. Russell Westbrook has 10 assists in all 5 games so far. Now let's go in the Wayback Machine. The 2009-2010 Phoenix Suns. There is Channing Frye.
Oh, but look, G Hill was so fast, man. So fast. Uh-oh,
So
don't let me
smooth
jump
with
it. Don't jump with me. Who was that?
Suns with their best record for the first time since this team back in 2009-2010.
That feels good.
Facing Chris Paul, the new look Phoenix Suns. Rest in peace to Paul Westphal. The Suns paying tribute. Back to basketball. And Paul George, he's kind of tired of everybody saying, way off P. And he started knocking them down for 3. Number 1 in offensive rating, the Clippers all. Paul George came to play, Channing.
Most nights, he's the first or the second best player on the court if Kawhi's not playing. And so we just expect that from those type of players. And he's getting a groove right now. I know T. Lue is there just in his ear, gassing him up. But when he plays like this, it's hard to beat the Clippers.
Luke Kennard, that is a 12th pick, 2017. The Brotherhood, 14 off the bench. But G. Hill, more of Paul George.
Yeah, Channing said it best. He really is one of the top players in the game, and he's come back and he's playing better, more consistent. Really is a man on a mission. Of course, Kawhi Leonard, the masked man, doing what he's done his entire career. But the two of them, when they're playing at their best, they're hard to stop.
Now, the Phoenix Suns, they were down by as many as 31. They made this a ball game, and late, they came up big. 3-ball, corner pocket, that's good. Devin Booker making plays for himself and others, Channing.
You know what? I just love what the Suns have been doing. They are expecting to win every single night with that team that they have. They're going to be a team to beat this year. For me, it was a great game, but Devin Booker, got a little chippy here with the physicality. But I love that Devin Booker stepped in there for his teammate. Cameron Payne didn't say anything, but also Paul George, hey, they're emotionally invested in the game today.
I can see that. Booker finished with 25 and 8 and 5. He was ready to ball, but Paul George is like, bruh, it's my night, dog. 39 points, 7 threes, knocking them down as the Clippers. They've won their last 14 of 16 against the Suns. They're victorious. 112-107 is the final as the Clippers get the dub. With Ja Morant missing his 3rd straight game, LeBron James coming off his first triple-double of the seasons. The Lakers 2-0 on the road trip so far. Montrez If you don't succeed, you try again. 16-9, they can get a taste. There it is. Anthony Davis chanting Fry, he is ridiculous.
Listen, his skills and drills package is unbelievable for a 7-footer. There's no one else in the league at that height doing the things that he is, which always makes the Lakers a contender.
Indeed, it does. Tough moment right here for Marc Gasol. He takes one in the face. 7 points and 6 rebounds. He would exit the game, but will return with stitches to clean that mess up on his eye. Close game, Lakers by 2, and then LeBron turns it on. What Jay-Z is to a hip-hop track, that's what LeBron is to the game of hip-hop. My people, are you with me where you at? G Hill, LeBron still getting it done in year 18.
Hey, if he's a Jay-Z of rap, then he is the GOAT. And he shooting from way out there, man. LeBron was definitely feeling it tonight in Memphis.
Definitely was feeling it. Comes up 2 assists shy of his 66th career triple-double. But LeBron still put on the show, and the Lakers get it done handling their business as they are victorious against Memphis. Again, Memphis hanging on strong, playing without Ja Morant, but still able to keep it respectable. LeBron James with 22, 13, and 8. Anthony Davis with 17 in the game. And we got more ball for you, center court. These same 2 teams, the second game, the Lakers and the Grizzlies, you'll see them right here on our network. And Bulls and Blazers, not necessarily 1992 like that Sega game, but trust me, it will still be entertaining. Detroit basketball and the C's. See Jason Tatum, Blake Griffin, Josh Jackson shooting 59%, 16 points per game. But this right here, you hate to see, Channing.
No, it's never good seeing somebody go down, especially with an ankle injury. He's been doing really well. He has a nice little spot there in Detroit. They need that kind of burst scoring from him, but I think he walked off. He's good. Put some ice on it, put a little tussin on it. He's going to be good.
A little tussin. He had 13 in the game, 14 minutes, and I'm trying to get my hands on some grants like Horace or Harvey. That's right there, Mr. Grant G. Hill. He's looking good for the Pistons.
Looking real good, and his uncle is Horace.
Yes,
believe that.
Believe that, indeed. Oh, and believe these 5 threes. That's one of them right there. Mr. Brown, what can Brown do for you? He had 31 in the contest. Pistons down by 2. And right here, Channing, does Grant get bailed out? What happened?
No, he didn't get bailed out. You got to move them feet. And at the end of the day, he's an aggressor, right? Jeremy Grant is the man for the Detroit Pistons, so he's going to get that respect.
22 and 6. Excellence is my presence, never tense, never hesitant. Jason Tatum, 24, 8 rebounds, 12 assists. Grant Hill, the brotherhood is in the building.
Hey, Tatum, one of the best closers in the game. He's so young in this league.
Yes, indeed he is. Closing offensively and defensively. The C's had 5 blocks. Tatum had 2 big ones late, one on Derrick Rose, under a minute left, and then that last one on Blake Griffin. He also had a career-high 12 assists. The Pistons out-rebounded. Actually, the Celtics out-rebounded the Pistons and outscored them in the paint as they get the victory by 2. First 30-point game earlier in the week. He's been balling out of control like he was in a bubble. He'll do the same tonight. The top pick in the draft. Oh, yeah. The impact will blow trees back and crack statues. 15 points per game. G. Hill, he's elevating like you once did.
Hey, elevating higher. That young man can flat out play, bro.
Yes, indeed. Give me a soft, settle mix, and if it ain't broke, then don't try to fix it. Murray had 26 and a half, 36 in the game. Channing, he's been picking up pretty much where he left off from the bubble.
Yeah, he's a walking bucket for sure. I think, on the defensive end is where, the Nuggets kind of get into trouble. But right here, Jamal Murray is an all-star this year for sure. Oh, that's a tough shot.
Tough shot right there, pulled up. Russell, who had 18 and 7, that would cap a 10-0 run. And peep my swag, I walk like a ball player. No matter where you go, you are who you are, player. G. Hill from the center position, Jokic leading the league in assists.
He's a point center, does it all. Great touch, great passer, great center, reinventing the position, the Joker.
We haven't seen a big man lead the league in a sense since Wilt did it back in the day. Denver's 9th straight win against Minnesota. The Joker, 19, 12, and 12. His 4th triple-double, tied with Russell Westbrook for triple-doubles in the NBA. Keeping things moving right here, Utah and San Antonio. There is the Spider giving you 19 points per game right now, taking on the Spurs. Our rolls with the dunk mob. Rudy catch the lob. Big man, get paid. Young baller, get paid. And then DeMar DeRozan, making it look easy. 19 and 5, Channing.
Man, DeMar DeRozan is one of the most underrated players in the NBA, man. I love his game. He's tenacious every night. And he gives the Spurs a chance to win. But Utah is playing better now. When Donovan Mitchell is efficient and they're moving that ball, they're a tough team to play.
Yeah, you still think they're going to be a top 2 team in the Western Conference. We'll come back to that later on in the season. More from the Utah Jazz. Bogey knocking it down from 3. Donovan Mitchell.
Great pass.
That's how you swing it.
If they play like that, I say so.
28 in the game, 6-7. Hey, the Jazz hit 21 of 41 threes, and the Jazz will close it out. An opportunity. Putting on a show like G. Hill once did. G. Hill, what you give him on that? What score you give him in that dunk?
I give him an 8 because I'm kind.
Not the D-Wade 9.
No.
As Utah comes up with the victory, they win 130-109. They push to 4-2. They're trying to make good on Channing's prediction. They hope that they are a top 2 seed in the West. Taking it back to the East, Steph wasn't the only one cooking. You saw him earlier in the first half. Zach had 29. What did he finish with, though? Stick around and see. It's game time. Presented by... You got the Bulls and you have the Mavs. No Luka. The Mavs 7-7 without him in the lineup. He's out with a quad injury, but it was all about Zach LaVine, who was balling. He had 30 in the first half, getting out on a break, Channing, showing them hops.
Man, he has the talent to be an all-star. If just the Bulls can get it together and start winning, stringing some wins together, he's a talented kid.
Indeed, the Bulls trying to earn their second victory of the season. Plenty of Zach often knocking it down from 3. He had 3 threes in the game. Chicago down by 3 in the second half. Jalen Brunson, who fills in admirably for Luka the Don. He had 31 in the game. Grant, you've seen him play once or twice.
I have. I love his game. Always under control, calm and composed. Big night for him.
Big night for Kobe as well. He knocked down 4 threes as the Bulls are victorious. Zach finished with 39 in the game. Luka not happy. Monday, you'll get to see Luka if he is healthy, taking on the new look Houston Rockets. James Harden, John Wall, Boogie. 8 p.m. Check that out right here on NBA TV. So let's check out the tweets because Steph Curry was on fire. Donovan Mitchell. Y'all was talking crazy about Steph. Channing, that is directed again at you. Quit talking about
definitely not.
Hey, that's the other Curry checking in. 60 more left to determine
that
the
one probably. And
then Clay, of course, chiming in. Welcome to the club, big bro. #62. And after getting Twitter assaulted all day, like I said, all these tweets were coming at you, bro. I have to apologize for my lack of Warriors history. I will be better next time.
That had nothing to do with it. I was even getting yelled at.